Grandma Lou is back, and on this episode, we're going to do another side dish, something for the holiday season, for the fall season, and we actually are going to highlight the sweet potato as well as kale, as well as a regular potato. And so the name of this recipe is Garlicky sweet potato and kale mash. That's right. So we're going to actually put all three of those vegetables, the sweet potato, the russet potato, and the kale all together in one side dish as a mashed potato. So we're going to highlight the ingredients here. First, you'll see we have 4 teaspoons of garlic, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. We have a leek cut up here. And then we also have 4 cups of kale cut up. And then we have a 1/2 cup of vegetable broth. And then we've already boiled the real stars of the game. We've already boiled the 3 russet potatoes and 3 sweet potatoes, and we've boiled them, we've peeled them, and they're ready to be mashed up. And so first what we're going to do is we have a pan here, and we're going to let the pan heat up with our oil, our tablespoon of oil. And while that's heating, we're going to go ahead and mash our potatoes together. And once the oil has finished heating, we're going to saute our leeks. And then once the leeks have sauteed, we're going to add the kale to let it cook down. And then we'll add the vegetable broth and essentially the seasonings and everything together. So I'll go ahead and show you the mashed potatoes here. We'll mash them, and we're going to put in the vegetable broth to help it mash. Just mashing it up. And if you don't have a hand mixer, you can also use like a potato masher. But I have my old handy dandy hand mixer, and believe it or not, this is actually a mixer that I had since my mom actually passed this down to me. This is how young the mixer is. So I'm going to bring it over so you can see the mashed potatoes are nice and creamy. And now we're going to go ahead and saute our leeks. Our mashed potatoes have been mashed, and now we're ready to let the leek saute. And while the leek is sauteing, just a little bit about the kale. If you remember from other videos, kale is high in vitamin C and K, and vitamin A. The sweet potato. So all of these ingredients are really good and healthy for you. As you can see, our nice power plate in the background, promoting the 4 food groups of fruits, vegetables, legumes, and grains. And so you actually get a lot of those food groups right here in this one dish. And so that's amazing. And we're just letting our leeks saute. Now, one of the things, the recipe has a sauteing in oil, but you could also saute in a vegetable broth or just water. But we're going to saute in the oil. And then I'm going to add a little water to the kale, because actually we're going to let the kale cook down some. And so I'm going to go ahead and add, again, this is 4 teaspoons of garlic that I'm going to saute the leek with. And it smells so good. It's something about fresh vegetables when you chop them and cook with them. It really gives off a really great aroma, and just, even makes you feel even more cheerful during the holiday season, And so those are sauteing really nicely. Kind of bring it so you can see. And then here for our seasonings, we have 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper, as well as a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. And so we're going to add those seasonings. And then I'm going to add the kale and let the kale simmer. And then once the kale has finished cooking down, I'll bring you guys back in so we can add it all together. We are back. So our leeks and garlic have sauteed nicely here. We're going to go ahead and add, I have about 1/4 cup of just water here. I'm going to pour that in to help our kale simmer. And while our kale is simmering, we're just going to take a quick commercial break. Essentially, if you remember, the kale is full of vitamin C and K, green leafy vegetables, and we're going to just let those cook down. I did add more water than the original recipe called for, just because I like to cook my kale down. And so I know it'll need that to help it cook down. All right, the kale has cooked down. As you can see here, looking good, nice and tender. And we have our leeks that we had diced up and sauteed with garlic and all the different seasonings. Again, the seasonings were, I used a ground red pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon. The recipe did call for flakes, red pepper flakes, but I had ground pepper. And then a teaspoon of salt, and then also 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. So all of that sauteed with the leeks and the garlic. And then we put in 4 cups of kale, with about 1/4 cup of water, and let it saute nicely here. And now we're going to add in our 3, we had 3 medium sweet potatoes as well as 3 medium white potatoes, and they have mixed up with a 1/2 cup of veggie broth. And I use the hand mixer. The one good thing I will say about the hand mixer is that it also catch, you know how sweet potatoes can have the strings, so it's good to use a hand mixer if you have one, or you can just do mixing like with the masher, if you will. But I do like the hand mixer. And just spooning in the potatoes here, and then we're done. We're just mixing everything up, and you can see how creamy the potatoes are. Spooning those on in. And then just gonna stir it up. And we have a 1 potter here full of vitamins A, C, K, and so much more. So many health benefits for your body. And this just looks so yummy. I'm really excited about how we can make our holidays meals even healthier. I hope that you were able to check out my recent video on the rice stuffing. It was really yummy. I'm definitely going to make that again, as well as Brussels sprouts. So I hope that you're able to check out my other videos. And so we have stirred up everything here, and I'm just going to plate it and do a little taste for you. And just like that, another healthy treat, amazing drink, or something to eat from Grandma Lou. This is so good. Better than regular mashed potatoes. Just enough seasoning. Everything is mixed in so good. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come back for another video. See you real soon. Bye.